Namaste everybody, and welcome to the ongoing video series that we have now started on Mastery of Meditation. I hope you all had a chance to watch the first video. I know many of you did, and the feedback I got was very positive. Thank you all for that. The first video, for those who are not aware, was on the breath of fire, a core component of Kundalini Yoga, a very, very powerful pranayama, wonderful to incorporate into your daily practice to get your energy going. Today's pranayama is slightly different in what it offers us, but it is equally, I would say, of equal stature to breath of fire. This pranayama cuts across all different types of yoga. Today you hear of all these different types of yoga. This one pranayama you will find in all these various schools of yoga. So certainly one that they have all realized the benefit for and incorporated into their teachings. So I certainly want to make that available to you here, and that's what we're going to do. The pranayama goes by different names. The different schools have given it their own little flavor. It's a Nadi Shuddhi pranayama, Nadi Shodhan pranayama. Its more popular name is Anulom Vilom pranayama. You can call it Chakra balancing pranayama, or the name that describes it best, alternate nostril breathing. So that gives away what the technique is. It is essentially alternate nostril breathing. You're going to breathe into the left, breathe out to the right, and breathe into the right, and breathe out to the left, and that will complete one cycle. And I will give you all the demonstrations of the different levels at which you can do this pranayama in a moment. First, I just want to give you an idea about the benefits that this pranayama bestows. Peace, peace, and more peace. I could say peace, tranquility, and serenity. Peace, peace, and more peace. It is unbelievable. As your yoga practice evolves, as your awareness develops, and as you do this pranayama, you will have a hard time re-engaging life because of all the silence and peace that this pranayama brings up to the surface. Along with peace, peace, and more peace, and tranquility, serenity, etc., this pranayama also, as I mentioned, is chakra balancing pranayama. This pranayama essentially purifies the nadis, the psychic channels that make up your energetic body. So the energetic body is a body of nadis. These are fine psychic channels which carry prana. And this pranayama looks to balance, purify, and balance this particular energetic body. So it'll purify the energetic body, and it'll balance the two main channels that run alongside the central channel of this energetic body. Without getting into too much detail about that, these three channels are key components of the energetic body. The left and right being the moon and sun channel, Ida Pingla. So it is the qualities of these two channels that make up a complete human being. The moon channel being responsible for feminine, passive, mental energy, cooling, and the Pingala being responsible for heat, the masculine energy. It's being responsible for our physical energy. And when these two channels come into immaculate balance, Shushumna flows. The central channel flows. That's a good way to understand Kundalini Yoga, as the activation of Shushumna. When Shushumna flows, as Prana Kundalini flows through Shushumna, she opens, balances, rejuvenates, nourishes the chakras that lie along the spine, which you may have heard of or be familiar with. If not, I assure you there'll be plenty of videos where we will go into details about that as well. So this pranayama balances Ida and Pingala, bringing them into perfect balance, which causes Shushumna to flow. As I mentioned, this is alternate nostril breathing. It's done at 3 different levels: beginner, intermediate, and advanced, and I will explain these and demonstrate each of these to you. A few cautions with yoga pranayama. The golden rule of my classes and golden rule of the website and the sets I offer is please don't overdo it. online, sets are being given, the knowledge is being transferred. I'm happy to share it with you. But there's a bit of distance between us. There may not be a lot of communication. And I would like to make sure that you don't break that golden rule. Please don't overdo it. This pranayama also may seem trivial, simple, etc. You may want to jump ahead to the advanced version. No. Systematic, diligent, intelligent progress that will help you extract maximum benefit from the pranayama as well. Skipping ahead, creating imbalances is taking one step forward, two steps back, and then we will have to work to undo those imbalances, and it will delay our progress, which we do not wish to do. We want to use all our time here wisely. So that was the one important caution. The other two important points with this pranayama is we're going to use our right hand to close our nostrils, either one to isolate the air in the other. Do not close them too hard. You just close them gently, just enough to prevent the air from flowing through that particular nostril. And one other caution is if you have a blocked nostril, then please do not force the air through it just to get your practice in. I'm very happy you want to get your practice done and you have made a commitment to do this pranayama on a daily basis, but if you do have a blocked nostril, you're running a cold, it is the winter season here, our first snowfall here in New Jersey in the United States, so there is going to be some flu and some cold and some trouble with the nostrils from time to time, so I don't want you to force the air. If either nostril is blocked, you take a break, and when things are freely flowing again, you go ahead and engage the practice. I'm going to have my left hand in Gyan Mudra, resting gently on my knee. My right hand I'm going to take this unusual posture, this mudra. If you can't get into it right away, you can use your left hand to help you. Get your index finger and ring finger down, index finger, middle finger down, have the ring finger, pinky and thumb pointing up. And if you really just can't get this, no big deal, you can just have all your fingers up, it's not a problem, and we can just use the same fingers but they'll all be up. But this is the traditional hand posture for doing these pranayams. There are a few other variations, I will go into it in one of these video series of ours of how you can keep your hands. So with the thumb I'm going to close the right nostril. I'm going to inhale through left, and then with my ring finger and pinky I'm going to close the left nostril to allow inhalation, exhalation through the right. So let me demonstrate the beginner's version of Anulom Vilom Pranayam. It's going to be done to a count of 4. So I will inhale, counting mentally, 1, 2, 3, 4. I will exhale to the same count through the other nostril, inhale, and then exhale to the count of 4. So again, here is what makes up one round. Inhale left nostril, exhale right nostril, inhale right nostril, exhale left nostril, one round in the bag. You can do 10 rounds and then build up from there. So here is a demonstration of beginners Anulom Vilom Pranayam. That was one round. I'm inhaling, counting to 4. I close left, I exhale through right. Now I inhale through right. Close right, exhale through left. And the peace begins to emerge. It'll be difficult to stop doing the pranayama once you get a taste of the tranquility that it induces, that it invokes, that it brings forth. So that is the beginner's version, mentally count to 4. You work your way up from there to a count of 12, and essentially 12 is a point that we consider intermediate on Anulom Vilom Pranayama. So you will just do the exact same technique, but you're going to count to 12 for each portion of the breath, ratios being 1 to 1. 12 for inhalation, 12 for exhalation. So here it is. I'm going to do this intermediate level, counting to 12 slowly mentally. It is truly a gem. This pranayama is truly a gem. The advanced version changes the ratio. In the advanced version, the ratio of inhalation to exhalation is 1 to 2. So for a count of 12, if I inhale, my exhalation should last to a count of 24. And that's as far as you go. So you can build up to that. You can do 6 and 12, 8 and 16, etc. to a point where you're doing 12 for the inhalation and 24 for the exhalation. So I will demonstrate a round of that as well to give you a flavor of the timing. And here it is. I inhale now. Did I mention that this is a gem? There you have it, my friends. Anulom Vilom Pranayama. Peace, tranquility, serenity, purification of your psychic channels, immense balance, to help you with your spiritual evolution. Master it, enjoy it, and benefit from it. Thank you all. God bless you.